The Kerbylon Project was a dream given form. Its mission, to slip the surly bonds of Kerbal, to explore outer space, to reach for the horizon, to seek to strive, to never fall, to not go quietly into that good night. This is the Kerbylon Project. Right. Throttle up. And SAS on. And launch. There we go. Get a nice view of the Space Center as we leave it. You can see the vehicle assembly building there in the background. The thing with this game is most of the navigation is via the nav board. You don't have to watch where you're going. But it does have an auto camera, camera free, camera orbital. I'll leave it on camera auto for now. So we're heading up nicely. Let's see whether we can pitch over. We've got to turn off SAS. And yaw a bit to the 90-degree mark. I'm waiting for my heading to be 90. Not too far, not too far, not too far. No, we're losing it, we're losing it. Oh, okay, let's see whether our staging will work this time. Separate, separate! I do not understand what's up with my staging. Oh, it won't separate the command capsule. Oh, they have different names. I'm sorry, they aren't clones. No, they aren't clones. Oh, I look. They were called Duchy, Burloff, and Meloff. Obviously, I missed a memo. You know, they've started giving the Kerbals individual personalities, and now they actually care whether they die or not. Okay, they're still being damaged by the engine exhaust, and I'm not quite sure what I'm doing wrong there. Oh, goodbye Duchy, Burloff, and Meloff. Okay, back to the vehicle assembly building. Okay, something is going seriously wrong with my staging, in that my decouplers are not decoupling. Okay, that is a decoupler. Small explosive charge. Engine, and then there's a decoupler up there. This should work. And I don't understand why it's not. Okay, this is my top level. Let me try just moving my parachute up there. The landing legs aren't needed until the parachute's active, so we'll do that. The game considers wherever the command module is still attached is your actual vehicle. So, right. So that's a decoupler. What I'm trying to do is the game has an auto staging system. So, okay, now the auto staging system has put the decoupler up with the command module and the engine's underneath. Okay. Okay, so how have you got that? You've got the engine, the sets of wings, and the fuel tanks on the first stage. Then you've got a decoupler. Then you have this engine and that. And then the decoupler on the SAS is up there. Okay. Okay. let's try this once again. I would at least like to have a suborbital flight. You know. Getting a decent controlled orbit, that's the sort of thing that's going to come with practice and experience, because this is not easy to fly. You know, it is running a simulation of semi-real world physics. So, throttle up, SAS on. Prepare for launch. 3, 2, 1. Oh, hang on. Let's say hello and probably goodbye to Jefford, Malbert, and Boblong. Anyway, 1, launch. Okay, now I'm just going to go straight up until my second stage. I'll say that that's the purpose of this first stage, is just to get me to go straight up. How are we doing? Burning the fuel. We've got three fuel tanks. We're approaching 800 meters. So I'm hoping this first tank will get me to maybe 30 kilometers. SAS always wants to correct anything that I do. That's messed my heading up quite a bit, although SAS is returning my heading to straight up, I think. Turn the camera. Orbital mode, chase mode, auto mode. Leave the camera on auto. We've used up one fuel tank. We have two. We're burning through our second one, and we are approaching 5 kilometers. All three of my Kerbals seem a little bit unhappy. Don't know why. Maybe they realise their staging is wrong. Now, okay, this engine is not burning. See, this fuel tank isn't being used. See here, there's SAS force coming from my advanced and my command module. So I think maybe our staging is correct this time. We are approaching 10 kilometers. I can switch to a map view where we can see our ballistic course. Okay, we're doing better this time. We're on our last tank of fuel. So I need to get ready to decouple. As you can see on this thing, even after we stop thrusting, we're still going to be heading up for quite a ways. So there's no panic. The three Kerbals are freaking out. Maybe they realise what's happened to the previous, 9? They don't trust me. Okay, still burning that fuel. Once the fuel runs out, I think I want to throttle back a bit before I... Okay, let's cut the throttle. Decouple. Let's throttle slightly. Ooh, what's happened? What has happened? Something's wrong with this thing. Something is wrong. In that my... Okay, hang on. Oh no, I've only decoupled so far. I think I need to activate one more stage. There we go. Perfect. Okay, turn SAS off. I want a heading of 90 degrees. Oh god. Oh no. This is all over the place. Right, SAS on. SAS on. Let's go to delicate controls. Turn SAS off. That's better. Okay. Right, no. Okay. I want to be pointing... Ooh, these are very... Okay, right, I've got to be a lot more careful on these controls. There we go. Heading of 92. How are we doing on the map? Oh, we're already past our apoapsis. You're meant to thrust for orbit before you get there. That means we're heading down. I suppose I should have been thrusting a bit. Let's see whether I can change this orbital path back up again. I need to keep thrusting like this. We go. Okay, see, we're still heading down. The dial to the right of my altitude is my up and down vertical, is my vertical airspeed. So we're watching for that needle to start heading up. I may not have the fuel. Because this thing was meant to be for orbital maneuvers. So it doesn't really have the thrust to get me down. Oh. I don't think we're going to make orbit this time. But I think the staging is correct, so there's a reasonable chance these Kerbals will survive. See the space center down there, I think. It's just behind the rocket plume. You can see the runway. No, we're heading down. Okay. Well, we're safely over the ocean, so let's cut that and decouple. There we go. So, here we can see our thing, I think. That's what I would do if I was heading for land. I'm not heading for land, however. So we do just turn SAS off. Let's point ourselves up nicely and drop our drag chute. That's essentially slowing us down, keeping our attitude nice, and we'll fully deploy once we get closer to the ocean. Kind of disappointed that I didn't make orbit. A few things went wrong. I think I spent too long in freefall before I started that second rocket engine. I should have started that straight away, and then tried a slow. You know, I should have tried adjusting my direction. There we go. I think that massive explosion and splash was the rest of the rockets hitting the ground. So there we go. Well, two of the Kerbals are happy. Bob Long is still a bit nervous. Maybe he gets seasick. Maybe he was hoping for a land landing. But here we go. Ready for splashdown. Oh, they didn't like that. The G-forces were a bit high. But, you know, they're down safe. They're alive. Maybe they're nervous because they realise that they're going to be launched again. So, we end the flight. Let's take a look at this. Separation of stage 4 confirmed. Stack coupler. Okay, I don't think that's. I think this damage happened when I boosted away from the previous stage. Separation of stage 2 confirmed. Fuel tank splashed down hard and was destroyed. Yeah, now so far these things, you know, they're just always splashing down hard and destroyed, you know, the previous stages. I'm assuming they're going to add a method for us to actually parachute them back safely, maybe. You know, so maybe we can recover the previous stages so they can be reused. And here we go. Max G-force was 2.7, that's fine. Distance covered, 29 kilometers. Oh no, ground distance covered, 29 kilometers. Total distance travelled, 104 kilometers. Highest speed was 550 meters per second. And my highest altitude was 47.5 kilometers. The atmosphere extends out about 75 kilometers. and a decent orbit is between 100 and 150 kilometers. So it wasn't bad. That was not bad. We can go to the tracking station, but there's no flights in progress. This is there, so I think in future games, you're going to be able to have multiple ships flying around at once. So you can actually, put up space stations and dock in orbit and stuff. Okay, well, that was a semi-successful test of the Mark 1 Kerbylon Project ship. I'll see you next time. We'll make some modifications to our craft, and hopefully we will reach orbit. Bye-bye.